Happy Thursday. Welcome back into another Microsoft Flight Sim 2024 live stream. Welcome to a snowy Indianapolis, a FedEx hub. We'll be doing a flight today from Indianapolis to Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. And the weather looks to be about the same in both areas. So, that shall be interesting. We are all sort of kind of waiting for a PMDG 737 update, and we're also waiting for MD11 update to come out. I think that's about all we're waiting for at this point. You know, there are other big things eventually that will be released, but I don't think they're I don't think they're anywhere near being actually ready for prime time release. And that's, you know, the FENIX Neos, the Bluebird. None of that stuff is coming out anytime soon. Thanks for joining me here this Thursday morning. Well, at least morning for me. Might be afternoon for some of y'all. Gooby, welcome in. Chicken, welcome in. And Thomas, welcome in. NewSky deleted my profile. Yeah, Thomas, you've told us a couple different times. I'm assuming it's because you have not done a flight on NewSky, at least with our airline, within 30 days. If you don't, the system automatically purges you out of the airline. And that's just something that Irishman put in so that we don't just have a bunch of pilots not flying for the airline. We want to make it, you know, not a requirement to fly, but at least one flight a month, I would feel, is a fair assessment to make for the airline. I feel. Let's go ahead and jump into the cockpit here and get rid of that dude. And okay, let's go ahead and first let's get the dispatch rolling. And then we're going to go to the top up here and go external power on. Arm that dude. Battery switch is on. Get those navs rolling. Get those lights lighting. And get the emergency lights armed. Then we'll go back over here to the left and set the fuel. Send to the FMC. Go on down here. Now we're just waiting for the FMC to load on up. I'm going to switch this over to TO. Just for now. It was NewSky, not Flex. Oh, NewSky actually. Ooh, interesting. I wonder if NewSky has some sort of a requirement as well. That I'm unaware of. Let's see. So we're doing FedEx. And what are we number? We're number 1722. We're cruising up to 370 on this flight. And let's go ahead and get a briefing. Briefing is 95. Or sorry, cost index is 95. Okay. Next page, we'll go ahead and click some buttons here. Boy, I bet you being a sim pilot is so great because all you do is click up buttons compared to real life where you have to actually input all the information. Jesus, folks, we have it easy here. Okay, let's go and get Beyondatc rolling with ATC. We're looking at runway 23. Let's see. Right. Indy clearance, hello from FedEx 1722 Heavy. We are ready for IFR clearance to Pittsburgh. All right, so we're waiting for that to pop up. Let's go ahead and go to performance here. I'm going to go ahead and put in 2-3 because that's what we typically get out of Pittsburgh. The BATC. All right, slope is -4, 6, -9. -4, 6, and then -9 Celsius. Okay. And then back over here, we're going to go ahead and do our flexing, which is 59 and 10. 59 and 10. Click our V speeds in. That's all in. And Indy 23 right via the Mario 5. The BATC transition. It's already in there. Insert that. Scroll on down. Pittsburgh runway 28 right is what we're currently expecting. Sorry, 28 left via the Fuja 7 and the CTW transition. Okie dokie. Got that all in the box. Cool. All right, that's all set. And now we are ready for what? We're ready for over here, the left side. We'll go to services. Oh, crap. Bring those back on because I'm a doofus. And I forgot to turn on the APU. Damn it to hell. Hopefully it saved all their stuff here. Let's see. Anyways, no big deal. NewSky deleted my profile, not Lex. Yeah, I wonder what's going on there. Random, welcome on in. Happy Thursday to you. Timeout. Reselect, it says. Reselect. I don't know why. For some reason in this plane, and it's only this plane, I forget to turn on the APU. I do not know why. Dope! Welcome in, Tombstone. Yeah. I don't understand why I do that with this plane. Like I said, it's only this plane. I've not done this often, at least, with any other plane. It's so weird. External power back on. It should be... Oh, there we go. Thank you. Jesus, folks. All right. FMC, is it all still in here? That's all good. That's all good. 2, 3, Mario. Perfect. All right, cool. We don't got to reset all that. That's fantastic. That's exactly what I wanted to hear. APU is now available. External power is off now. GPU and chocks is connected. Indy ground, FedEx 1722 heavy, ready for pushback and engine start. This is going to be an issue, though. It's going to keep saying discharging. I'm going to turn it off, turn it back on. Battery discharging. Battery. Might not be able to clear that out. All right, we're clear for pushback. Pre-planned pushback. We'll be facing the northeast. Northeast. Now, I found that if you don't do far enough back with the pushback toolbar and this plane, that's where you get all the wobbling. I'm going to bring it over here. Request the pushback. Hold pushback. Pushback is commencing up here at the top. Let's go APU. Battery B is what I use. I'm not sure if that's correct. And let's go ahead and start an engine. Down here, let's set our dial of flap to 10. Good. And then we're going to go to Terra there. Up here, that's all good. See, now it's going to do the wobbly thing here. All right, let's hold. Fuel. Cancel the pushback. Stop the pushback. We'll do manual pushback. Let's slow it on down a little bit. Okay. All right, so waiting for engine number 3 to come on board, and then we're doing what? 5.5 on the trim. Oh, wrong way. 5.5 on the trim. Heard the click. Engine number 1. Spoilers, and let's get flaps. Okie dokie. That's good. Engine number 3 is really loud. And engine number 1. Let's see. For the alternate, you just need to put in 0 is the best way to do it. The alternate. I just put in my alt because I'm smart. What now? The alt. What alt? What are we talking about? My name's not alt. Uh-oh. Watch the pushback. Turn directions. Click. And engine number 2. Welcome in, Master Copy. Happy Thursday to you. Hopefully you're doing well. Hopefully the weather in the east isn't too terrible. I went too far. We'll make it work here. On the East Coast, I should say, not in the East. That makes no sense. And fuel. Okay, that's cooking. The one on the right side. The one on the right side. The what? What are you talking about? I put in the slope, the temperature, the flex, and then the flaps. You're saying don't put anything for the slope? All right, external power is, or sorry, external power. Engines are good. APU off. APU, Jesus, off. And let's get taxi lights going. Indy ground FedEx 1722 heavy rated taxi to the active. My words are lost today. To be fair, I only got up like, I don't know. Well, I've been up actually for a while now. Now that I think about it. Doesn't matter what the McDo. No, on the init page, the right side of the on the init page. Oh, here? I don't put anything in there. I see what you're saying. I don't put anything in there. I just leave it empty. I think I see what you're saying now. All right, throttle's coming up. So I did 3 flights last night. You probably saw if you're keeping an eye on Discord with oh shoot, I forgot. Speaking of that, NewSky. All were really good. 2 MD-11 flights, 1 EJET flight. Very, very good flights. Very, very good flights. I was going to do a third, or sorry, 4th, but the cat was very comfortable on my chair. She hasn't been feeling very well. So I caved and let her sleep on my chair for a little bit. All right, NewSky is active. So I got kicked out of my own chair. See, where are we going? Best practice. Just put alternate airport or 0. You're going to go fly the EJET? Tombstone said, I'd love to join on Discord and fly. Tombstone, are you not on our Discord? Yo, you're on our Discord. Yeah. I will do the day before I leave to the expo. So I'm expecting to leave Thursday. Oh, actually, shoot, I just screwed that up. I gotta talk to the boss. I just realized it. Anyways, I'm looking to leave on Thursday night. Well, Thursday afternoon, late Thursday afternoon to Minneapolis. I got free board, room and board in Minneapolis, thanks to my father-in-law. So I'll be staying with him. And I figured, so I finally nailed down what. So my wife's gonna be joining me. So it's my first expo. It's gonna be her first expo, of course. She's not a flight simmer. She's not a flight simmer at all. I'd love to try to get her into flight sim, but she likes airplanes, just not these kind of airplanes. She likes watching, like, she likes seeing fighter jets, but doesn't like flying them in a sim. Nothing like that. Her actually coming to the expo was pretty impressive. Anywho, I think if it was somewhere else, well, she was going to go with me last year to Rhode Island, but it was going to be more of like a vacation. That, like, she's like asking me, we're talking about this on Friday. It's like, what days are we going? How long is this going to be and all this stuff, right? And I'm like, well, you don't have to go to any of it if you don't want to. She's like, well, I want to go. It's your hobby. I'm like, well, you don't have to. I don't want you to be bored out of your mind. Because, like, it's going to be 4 hours on Friday, at least 4 hours just talking on, people talking on stage about flight sim crap. She's going to fall asleep. So I said, well, if you want to come Friday. That's the day Friday's going to be the day of all the stuff. And then the rest of the weekend is kind of, just touring around and talking to people and doing any of the other tour stuff that they offer, which I'm hoping they're doing the Minneapolis airport tour. They might do St. Paul though instead, but we'll see. Because I'll do that. I'll do the ATC tour. That'd be awesome. It's gonna be grand. I'm super excited. Super excited. My first expo, and you know, we'll see how it goes. I'm not gonna say I'm going to every one because I've blown off the last 3 that I had consideration of going. You know, a lot of that was financial and health reasons. This is the first time I didn't have the desktop audio. How come no one told me? This is the first time that I actually feel good and actually can, you know, feel like I can actually go to an expo. Let's see. I'm glad I didn't miss the stream. Welcome in, Steven. I'm at the hotel closest to the venue. Oh, venue, really nice. Master Copy said decided not to attend with what is going on over there. Yeah, I can hear that. Now, they are pulling out, though. They're pulling out all the people. Oh, not all of them, but I think by the time the expo is, you know, in June, the Minneapolis stuff will be much more calm. Much more calm.
Have a good morning.
You know, if it was right now, I'd be definitely concerned myself, but Indy Tower, FedEx 1722 Heavy, ready to go, runway 23 right. My father-in-law lives in St. Paul. He's not too far away from St. Paul, and you know, it's been fine for him. But yeah, it's definitely something that was back in my head for sure. You know, a lot of concern about would they cancel it, would they relocate it, what's going to happen. But I think a lot of it's going to be very, very calm by the time the expo is. It's very sad what's going on there. It's awful. It's terrible stuff. All right, we're clear for takeoff. Tis the world we live in now. You know, it used to be that here in America, we would see this kind of stuff overseas and think, wow, that's crazy to think that. And now this crap happens here in the US. How mighty we are. How far we've come. Alright, wind is 9 knots. Jesus, can't see anything. Can't even see the end of the runway. That's cool. That's cool. Rotate. This plane needs callouts really, really badly. If the EJET can get callouts, how come this plane can't get callouts? That's all I'm saying. If the EJET can do callouts, how come this plane can't do callouts? That's crazy. That's maddening. Alright, good departure. Let's go get our flaps up. FMS. We'll go to heading mode and profile. Indy departure.
Contact Indianapolis departure. FedEx 1722 Heavy.
Slats. This is a fun freaking plane, man.
FedEx 1722.
I tell you what, I think I am the most content I have ever been with flight simming. The most content for many, many, many reasons. Direct to Mario. And then we can go nav. Not super, but just Mario. Whoa. A little bit of wind shear, a little bit of wind shear. Take it easy there. Jesus, can't even see anything here. It's so bright here because of OLED. I can't see the instruments. OLED has, you know, I also got the webcam going and I forgot to turn it on. Alright. We'll turn the webcam on for landing. Look at that breakout. Beautiful. And 7,000 feet. Readjust our roll here. Let's go AP on. Alright. Autopilot has the plane. Let's increase our view. We have a disco there we can clear out. So let's go ahead and clear that guy. Perfect. Yeah, so anyways, I'm just like super content, like I'm saying, man. Because like, we have an incredible MD-11, 777. 2 very good 737s, a CRJ, a pretty good EJET. You know, we got the FENIX, we got the 330s, 340s, we got the 300s. We have the RJs. Like, there's so many awesome planes. And on top of that, like, personally, myself, I've got, like, the best performance I've ever gotten out of this sim, period. Exclamation point. Just working incredible. Super smooth. Lots of good things going on. Tombstone says, let's see, I told my boss that this will be for sure trip every year. Oh, really? What are the dates again? Can't make it this year, hope for next year. June 14th or something like that? I want to say it's in the teens. Somewhere in the teens. Tombstone says, FENIX needs to get their Neos done. You know, I'm fine. I'm fine. You know, like, yeah, I know a lot of people want it. You know, but something for people who are big Airbus fans, right, with the 320s, I'm sure they're going to really enjoy the difference between the Neos and the CEOs. I'm not. I'll get it. I'll fly it. I'll be excited about it enough to, you know, to support them, because there's no doubt I'll support FENIX whatever they push out. But I'm not, like, super excited about it. I'm not. You know, but the same things with people who are, you know, who aren't excited about the, you know, the MD-11 when it came out, or the 757 when that comes out, or the 747, right? Or the 220, yeah. Yeah, like, there are, every person has a different type of plane, and for me, the Neos versus the CEOs, I couldn't tell the difference. I couldn't tell the difference. You know, it's one of the reasons why I didn't even look at getting the FS Labs CEOs, like Neos, sorry. I have zero interest in those. Neos are just CEOs, just newer, nothing to see there. Yeah, see, that's kind of how I feel, King Bob. Welcome in, King Bob, by the way. That's kind of how I feel. Again, it's going to be high quality stuff that's coming from FENIX. It's going to be incredible stuff, and people are going to be really excited, and all your, you know, all the Airbus A320 people are going to be like, wow, this is great, this is great. For me, it's going to be like, But it's no different for me than, like, the GE engines versus the PW engines on, let's say, the 777. Or even the MD-11. I don't know the difference. I just fly the plane. I'm not that involved with, you know, aviation to know what the difference is, and to know that there's a little bit more thrust with this engine, or this one's just a little bit more quiet. I think for me, it comes down to the bore sound pack with the 777, and which one sounds a little bit better. Just sounds better to me, right? That's all that really matters. I like the freighter GE engines. They're fine. All right, coming up at 18,000.
Contact Indianapolis Center 120.65. FedEx 1722
Here we go.
heavy.
And so, what was the other thing I was going to say? Shoot, I just had it and I lost it. It's gone forever.
Crossing 17,900 feet for flight
What the heck was I going to say?
0 direct Mayo.
What hell, I don't remember. Oh yeah, so this is flight number 8 for me for the week with APL. So I'm trying to get up to 10 so I can be done with my commitment, with my 10 flight commitment with FedEx and APL. And then I'll mostly do iFly scheduled flights. They added a couple new things recently. One is that once you get, once you get past your 10 days or something, I can't remember what it is, that you'll get offers to maybe switch over to a different base, which would be kind of cool. And then you also get 3 sick days a month. So those are kind of like, if you know the flight skips with APL, it's kind of like that. I'm assuming he'll add in some sort of purchasing of sick time or whatever. I'm not sure how you would do that, but I think it's interesting. Steven says, I would look forward to the Neos and actually be excited if sim vendors had regional pricing. Oh yeah, I'm sure yours are going to be crazy expensive. Yeah, I get that. Totally get it. I am finding that I'm looking on WinWing's website a little too much recently with the rudder pedals. And so here's what my contemplation is this, and someone posted this in Reddit but never got a response from anyone, at least that I checked yesterday. Let me see if there's a response now before I continue my statement. Let's see. History. Yeah, no one's responded to his question. His question was, and it's the same thing as mine, and that is, wind controls Orn 32 rudders or buy the already available ones. So he's talking about, should he buy the ones that are currently out, the rudder pedals that are currently out from wind control, or wait for or order the pre-orders for the Airbus style rudder pedals. And you know, we showed them on the screen the other day, and they look very similar. Like the system itself is similar. The only difference I can really tell is the actual pedal is slightly different, right? Which means it's going to be slight differences with mechanics, but they look very, very similar, very, very similar. And I'm kind of leaning towards just buying the ones that are already out. Now, here's the other thing: is I don't understand what the damper does, and the damper is a little bit more money. Do I need a damper? Is that necessary? Like, I don't understand what the dampening does. Does it make it just smoother movements? Because that's typically what dampering is all about, just smoother movements. Does it just smooth out the movements? Do I have to spend that extra money? Can I just buy the base model and then add on the damper at some point if I'm like, I don't like the way it is? And, like, how big of an upgrade is the Turtlebeach to, let's say, the wind control rudder pedals? Is it that big of an upgrade? I know we talked about it before, we're at GA, I think we're going to notice the most difference, but I don't really do a lot of GA stuff. So I don't know, I have so many questions. But I'm finding myself on their page an awful lot. Random says, how do you install the Boris pack? Just drag it into community? Yes, you just drag it and drop it into community folder. If you bought it through Orbex, it should automatically do it for you. Just drop it on it. It should automatically drop it into that folder. That's what mine did, at least. I think P42 had a video about the differences between both, and yes, you can add the damper after. But does the dampering just, is it what I just said though? Is it simply just smoothing out the movements? Is it just smoothing out the movement? It seems weird. It's a lot of money to smooth out movements for a already $300 hardware, right? Seems like a gimmick. Steven says, yes, the FENIX bundle itself, as of right now, is $28,000. Jesus. Which for me is a lot. Sounds like a lot. That reminds me of an episode of Seinfeld. When Kramer, he was speaking to a bunch of, I don't remember what nationality for sure they were, but they were tourists. And they were from, I think they're from China. Yeah, I think they were from China. But anyways, so they were touring, and he somehow got a hold of them. And they were at the store looking at stuff. And Kramer asked him, like, how much is this hat in China? And they're like, you know, 1,000,000 yens. And he's like, whoa, this is practically free here then. He didn't understand the conversion. So I finished up my Seinfeld watch through. I've been working on that one for a while now, probably like 2 months. And now I'm in between both Frasier and Cheers. I'm rewatching both of those again. It's my comfort shows. I also did watch the first episode of Fallout Season 2 last night. And I don't know, I'm not feeling it. The Season 1 was really, really good. I had so much fun with it. Great time. I binged that show. And this one, I don't know. I watched the first episode. I'm like, eh. I'll watch the next episode and kind of see. I'm not going to abandon it right away. I'm not intrigued with it as I was with that first season. The first season was pretty awesome. King Bob says, moves out the return to center. If you don't have it, the rudders will snap back to... Oh, interesting. The damper is adjustable to how quickly or slow it returns to center. Okay. I see now. So there's no damper with the Turtlebeach. It's just spring-loaded. Okay, so I probably wouldn't be able to tell the difference right away. I'd assume. Yeah, Season 1 was really good. I really enjoyed Season 1. Like, there's very few shows that I binge. Very few shows I binge over the course of a couple days, but I binged the heck out of that season 1. I had so much fun watching it. I was telling everyone to watch it, including my wife, and she's like, I'm not gonna watch it, I'm scared of zombies. I'm like, there's not that many zombies out there. It's a good time. It's a grand time. Makes me want to play Fallout again. Like Fallout 3, New Vegas, maybe not 4. We need new Fallout games that we need. We need a good Fallout game. Fallout series was so fun. I might actually go back and play 3 again. It's been a while. That's what I did on Flightline, or Link, right? Made me feel like I was gonna get fired. Oh, jeez. Ryanair livery, 0.5 Gs, 175 in the 737. Nice. It can also be used to adjust how soft or hard the resistance is. Oh, interesting. Interesting. Okay, so the dampering might be worth it. That extra expense might be worth it. I don't know. I'm so torn. Did you get FSR Plus? No, I haven't. I have not gotten FSR Plus yet. No, I haven't tried it yet. I was going to try it. I was going to try it. I can't remember what day it was. The next day, or on Tuesday, after the stream on Tuesday. But so okay, my wife and I ended up watching Hidden Figures for the first time. So it's a show that it's a movie that came out back in 2017, I think it was, and it's about NASA getting people out in space, right? It's before Apollo, that kind of thing, just before that. But it centers around a group of African American girls and their struggles and all that jazz. It's such a great movie, incredible movie. Just an incredible movie. I highly recommend it. If anyone's interested in, just space in general, or, just seeing the success, or see the fight at first, and the success, of these females, it's incredible. It's an incredible story. I love the ending, how they showed the actor's face, and then they showed the real person, real life person. They showed them younger and then older as well. Very cool. It's an incredible story. So much fun. Just do the 7-day demo. Yeah, so I don't know. It'll be $6 or $7 for me to purchase the upgrade for it. I just don't know if it's that necessary though. I know it adds the camera movements. I know it adds sounds. I disable all the sounds all the time with FSR. Like I don't use the sounds with it. I don't need the chattering in the back. I don't need all the extra winds and flaps and all that. I don't need any of that stuff. So I disable that stuff. And for the camera movements and the vibrations and all that, I don't know if I want all that either. I don't know if I need any of that either. Like I love just the little subtle movements that Chase Plane does. And I even dialed. What the? Oh, there's a plane ahead of us. Oh, right there. Is that another FedEx? Yeah, it is. It's like Superman. Look at that camera action right there. This is your news chopper. That's awful danger close. That's danger close for sure. Oops. Yeah, I don't know. I just don't know if I'm all that interested in getting it. Alright, top of the ascent's coming up pretty quickly right there. I'm gonna go ahead and put in, let's see, what's the arrival stuff? We're expecting 28 left still. 4,000 feet.
Center on 120.475.
There's 4,000 feet.
22 heavy. Take care.
We have a snowy everywhere out here.
Indianapolis Center.
Let's see, Chase, sorry. No, Chase Plane does not have a free trial. No. No, he's talking about, FS Realistic. FS Realistic has a 7-day trial. I'm with you. Kip, Realistic Pro Plus seems redundant to chase plane. You call me Kip? Whoa. Kip's more exciting than me. That's for damn sure. Kip's much, much more exciting than I am. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I can see the benefits of it. I can totally see the benefits of it. I don't know if it's something that I really think is going to be adding that much to it. Benton says, agree. $30 is a little steep for a few added features on top of chase plane. If I didn't own, FS Realistic to begin with, then I definitely would not consider it. But because I own it already and it's only $6, it's one of those things where I'm slightly thinking about it. But I'm concerned about adding more and more features, or more and more add-ons. I've done a really good job at kind of minimizing as many add-ons as I possibly can with the sim, in terms of external things that are running. But I can see, like, again, I can see the benefits to it. I can definitely see the benefits of it for sure. Speaking of add-ons, I'm gonna get Moza Cockpit running. I've also had very good success with Moza Software Cockpit. I don't know what I've done. I have no idea what I've done, other than a couple of little tweaks to my graphic stuff. That should not matter whatsoever, but the Moza software has been flawless. And of course I got an update for it. I don't dare do the update during the stream. We'll minimize it for now. Alright, we'll do it after the stream. Let's see, that's twice sorry. I like you more, by the way. Thank you for that, Kip. Or thank you for the Kip. See, I called you Kip. Thank you for that, Keith. Kip's awesome, though. Kip's amazing. I'm glad that Kip's doing other things. I really am. I felt like he was... I don't think he was ever forcing himself to do flight sim stuff all the time. But... you know, he might have, in the back of his head, it might have been one of those things like, yeah, you know, I feel like I have to. But I'm glad he's kind of taking a step back and just doing whatever he's doing in life, you know, enjoying his family and friend games, and you know, he does, I think he plays guitar or something like that too, so he's doing stuff like that. So I'm glad he's doing that. I know the flight sim world misses him consistently flying and long hours of it, but you know, it's draining, man. It is draining to do that. I couldn't even imagine. I don't know. Some of these content creators that stream for 7-8 hours a day, 5 days a week, 4 or 5 days a week, like, man, that's crazy. I can't. You know, 41 minutes already here. I'll try to get 2 hours in today, but that's about it. 3 hours. You know, I've done a couple 4-hour streams. I think I maybe even done a 5-hour stream before, but it's a lot. It's a lot. Streaming, you know, people don't understand that you know, as the viewer, you can just sit there and chillax and eat some food, step away from the stream and go do your thing, come back, right? I can't. part of you know, streaming is that I'm supposed to be here and on and talking and having conversations and, you know, entertainment, quote unquote, right? So it's a lot more on me to I can't just get up and go to the bathroom. I can't just get up and start doing laundry. You know, I'll step away for a few moments here and there to feed the cat, get some more water, whatever it be, but every moment I'm away, I feel like I'm disrespecting you all because you're here to pay attention and, you know, enjoy what's going on, see the sights and sound of flight sim. The best part though of streaming is the fact that I've learned so much from the community, that I'd be able to give back to the community. So everything I learn, other people can watch, you know, the replays of this, or I'll do videos of it if it's something I can do video of, like the quick startup videos. That's, I feel, the bread and butter of what I like doing. Those quick startup videos, you know, talking about ATC, those are my bread and butter. That's what I really just enjoy doing the most on the channel, outside of streaming. That's what I enjoy the most out of this channel. It's just a lot of fun to share my knowledge and hope that others can gain from it as well. King Love says I agree, but I got it for a little over $5, so I went for it. Yeah, see, you know, for $5, it's, I've said it before, I've wasted more money on something that's $10, right? So
Expect Fuga 7, runway 28 left.
all right, so we did get 28 left. Let's go ahead and start programming the arrival then. 10, what's it now? 1089. 108 and a 9. 108 and a 9. Alright. And the minimums are 1325. Jesus. 1325. $13.20. That's all we gotta worry about with this plane. So we'll do a 180 up here and come on in for the arrival. Top of the sun's coming up pretty quickly, right there. So we're all set. I have no issues with the cockpit at the moment, is what Brandon says. Loving it. Just ran out of RAM too often. I just run out of RAM too often. Oh really? Like VRAM or actual RAM? Like memory. Is there another plane? What's going on, Beyondatc? Killing me. Let's see. Manhattan says if I upgrade, let's see, if I had the upgrade discount, I would heavily consider it. Yeah, I think for $5, $6, it's it may be worth exploring. Is it just me, or is the 737 performance and cruise always wrong? Yeah, by default, it's not pulling the data from SimBrief. I don't know why. And it's not just the 737. The 777 is the same way. I don't know why. I don't know if it's this, if the 737 or if the Boeing planes try to pull its own. I don't know. I never understood that. He says he's a great guy, sure, but you, man, you're the most genuine American I know. Well, I appreciate that. Kip is very genuine as well. The EJET or the MD-11, which you like him to jump into more? Have budget for one more plane, sort of. Ooh. It's a tough one, man. That's a tough one. I think people would instantly say the MD-11 for sure. The MD-11 for sure is what people would say. But it really comes down to what do you want to fly. The MD-11 is going to be more cargo-based. You can do passenger stuff, obviously. And it's also going to depend on the airport you're flying into. The MD-11 needs a little bit more runway. So if you're doing regional flights, the EJET would go ideal for that. The MD-11 also, not many airlines fly it nowadays. So it's nostalgia, right? If you want to go back in time. It's a very well done plane. The sounds are decent. The visuals are very nice. It flies very, very nice. The EFB is good. There's very few issues with this aircraft. Very, very few issues with the aircraft. But the EJET is obviously one of my favorites. I absolutely love the EJET. Absolutely love the EJET. In the current experimental build, I've yet to have a WASM crash. I did a flight yesterday with it. No issues. No major issues, right? You're going to run into problems with the experimental. But I would say mostly comes down to, do you want to have a bug-free experience, almost bug-free experience all the time? And that is going to be the MD-11, right? If you like the regional planes, if you do a lot of short hops, that's where the EJET comes into play. I don't know. If I had to buy only one, it'd be a hard decision. Knowing what I know now, it'd be a very hard decision, personally. Because I absolutely love the EJET. I would feel guilty not owning the EJET, but I'd also be very upset not having the MD-11. That's a really tough one. It's like people are like, you talk about the PMG, it's like the 737 NG and the iFly, the MAX. Which one? They are the same plane, but they are not the same plane. The sound pack from Boris with the iFly is incredible. The plane is so much fun. The EFB kind of sucks right now, but the plane is a lot of fun. And then you get the NGs. The NG's a lot of fun too, right? EFB is better. Now with the Boris sound pack, the competition is very tight. They're both very, very fun planes to fly. I feel like I can butter the NG any day of the week. The Max, not so much. I'm inconsistent with the Max, better than I am with like a FENIX, but the NG I can butter it any day of the week. Any day of the week. That's just, for me, it's an easy butter plane. Easy butter plane. What is your flight number, Lord says? What flight number? Oh, I suppose I could put up... Sorry, I forgot to put up the overlay. We're doing Indy to Pittsburgh. The flight number is 1722, FedEx 1742. One is like $35, the other one is 60. Or yeah, the MD-11 is like, what is the MD-11, like 70, isn't it? Isn't it $69 for the base? Actual RAM always crashing cockpit after too long time. Oh, really, random? Really crashing? Oh, wow. How much RAM do you have? Yeah, the MD-11's over 100. Yeah. Canadian, yeah. Steven says, do you think any builds or PMG would have a sale soon? Hoping they would, so I can get a plane for cheaper. Probably not. PMG rarely ever puts their planes on sale. Any builds does during, like, holidays. Like, they had the Christmas holiday one sale recently. I can't think of anything coming out, any holiday at least coming anytime soon, or any reason for them to put a sale on. So I would doubt it. Anytime soon, I would doubt it. It's strange. I'm having consistent WASM crashing with the EJET, Barry says. Experimental version, every approach down to 400 triggers WASM crashes. Really? Really? Yeah, you know, so people, I look in their Discord often, and people talk about the WASM crashes in there as well. The developer does believe it's something to do with some item in the community folder. So if you want to really test it, clear out your WASM folder, remove everything out of your community folder except for the EJET, and do a test flight. See if you get a crash. See if you get the same crash. That'd be the definitive way to confirm or deny if it's a third-party issue. You know, you obviously turn off any other third-party apps as well to see if that's causing a conflict. But yeah, I've not had a single WASM crash with the latest experimental build. That's what, 14, 15 flights now. And with the experimental build period, I've only had 2 WASM crashes out of 25, 30 flights. So yeah, the plane definitely seems to have more WASM crashes than other planes. But that said, there's definitely something conflicting with it. There's some add-on out there that's conflicting with it, I feel. Because if I don't have the issues, you've seen it live on stream here, I've gone directs, I've changed the arrivals, no WASM crashes. I've done what people say they're having issues with. One of the biggest things that I've noticed was that it would WASM crash. Oh, also, if you don't have the latest nav data, the developer says that could be what's causing the WASM crashes too. So if you don't have Navi graph, and the nav data, that could be causing the crash. That is weird, but that's what he says, at least, or one of the developers say. He says, I'm swaying towards the MD-11 because I still love the CRJ as regional. Oh, see, that's a great point. Yeah, the CRJ, if you own the CRJ, that's a stable enough plane that the EJET doesn't fully make sense, you know, in terms of regional aircraft. And the CRJ is a fun little plane. It's a fun little plane. I love the CRJ. I don't fly it as much now because of EJET. But yeah, the CRJ is a fun little plane. When I was looking to go visit my mom and fly, the tickets were cheaper on the CRJ, but I'm like, I can't go on the CRJ. I can't do that to myself. I was willing to spend a few more bucks to go on the EJET instead, but the tickets got expensive, and so now if I go visit my mom, I'm gonna just drive on up there. That's like a 9-hour drive, 9 to 10-hour drive. February 4th, yeah, Valentine's Day. Valentine's Day is next Saturday, folks. Next Saturday here in the United States, the fake holiday. My wife said that we should get a heart-shaped pizza for Valentine's Day. We don't celebrate it. We call it the Hallmark Day. The fake holiday. We don't really celebrate it. I've only one. She says that I actually gave her a gift on Valentine's Day. I don't remember it. I remember I've given her like candy or something like that on one of the Valentine's Days. Probably the first one. 13,000.
Descend and maintain 13,000. Altimeter 3015. FedEx 1722 Heavy.
I definitely, you know, I've struck gold with my wife. We believe in many things, and I think it's one of those things where, you know, people say you always have to find someone that you have, you know, everything in common or so many things in common, that kind of jazz, right? That's not the case. That's not the case. Yeah, you know, if you have a couple hobbies, obviously you have something in common. You can't just be complete strangers to everything. You gotta have something, some parallels when it comes to movies, TV shows, you know, things to do in life, whatever. You know, you gotta have some sort of interest connecting together. But it doesn't need to be everything. You don't have to have the same taste in music or the same taste in just TV shows or movies or food, right? There's got to be differences in there. Her and I, we connect in so many other areas, so many weird areas, and holidays is one of those things as well. We both don't really celebrate. You know, we get food and we watch some shows on Christmas, but we don't really celebrate Christmas. Thanksgiving, you know, we don't celebrate. Easter, we don't celebrate. 4th of July, we don't celebrate. You know, we don't celebrate any other holiday, really. You know, we get, again, to get together for the family holidays and eat food and watch a movie. That's celebrating for us, right? We're not gathering family and all that jazz. Our holiday is Halloween. This past Halloween, we couldn't really do much because we were both working later shifts. But normally what we do is we got a couple Halloween movies we watch, and you know, eat some food and spend some time together. But last year I guess would be now, we did it a day early, so we celebrated on the 30th instead of the 31st. All right, we're at almost flight level 210. Landing runway 28 left. We'll have to see where I park at. I'm not quite sure where we're gonna park. Cargo's on the other side of the airport, so I can go way over there, or I can just say, hell, it didn't park at a terminal. It's default. I can't believe no one's made a good Pittsburgh yet. There's a freeware one that's available on flights in that TO, but it only works in 2024, or sorry, in 2020 right now. And I don't think the developer is gonna work on one for 2024. It's crazy to think there are so many airports that have, you know, 2 or 3 different variations from different developers, and yet no one has done Pittsburgh. It's wild to me to think that. Like, okay, look at Atlanta. Atlanta has its default handcrafted Atlanta by Gaia, right? And then you have the Imagine Sim, and now you're getting the Orbex coming out. Dallas is the same way. They got the default handcrafted one. You have the Imagine Sim, and then you also have the one from Inabuilds, right? New York has 2 of them. LA has 2 of them. San Francisco has 3 of them. It's crazy to think that all the airports here in the U.S. that Pittsburgh, which is a very popular airport, does not have a third-party airport, you know, a paid third-party airport. I can't believe how fast time is going. Week 1 of February is almost over. Yeah, it's gone crazy fast. It's gone crazy fast. And last week was a weird week for me because I worked 4 days last week because I took a paid holiday off. And then let's see, next week's normal. The week after that's going to be very weird because I got a 4-day weekend to plan to go see my mother. If weather is all good and all that jazz.
Contact Pittsburgh approach.
So that week we probably won't have a lot of streaming going on, by the way. That'd be the week of the week before President's, or is it the week of President's Day? I can't remember. The 20th. That weekend.
FENIX 1722 heavy Pittsburgh approach.
Altimeter 15. I'm gonna do 14. Alright.
Altimeter 3015, expect radar vectors for LS runway 28 left.
I probably have bought the MD-11 already, Lex, if you didn't like the EJET so much. Yeah. Disables Aviator, welcome in. It's a tough one. I really love love
6,000 feet.
the
FedEx
EJET. I have so much fun
1722
flying it. I know Chicken was talking about buying the EJET. You know, the big thing is you need to watch a lot of different videos. Don't just take one person's opinion on anything. You need to watch everyone's videos, all these people's videos, read about it more, right? Watch the real world planes, see if that has interest in, if you have interest in that. Like, they're just, never take one person's opinion. Just because I love the EJET doesn't mean the EJET's the greatest plane on Earth. I'm biased with the EJET as well because I just like the plane in real life. You know, I really like the plane in real life. There are going to be people that absolutely love in real life the 747, right? And then they'll have bias towards that because they really love the plane. That's just kind of how life is, right? And then you got, you know, community content creators that get products for free, and they're gonna have bias towards that, even though they may say they don't. They're gonna have a bias towards it. Whenever you get something for free, there's always some sort of bias. It could be a positive or negative bias, but there's always a bias in there. Anyone who objects to that is wrong. Is wrong. Alright, I'm up on 11,000 feet. These clouds are pretty cool. It's so weird to come back to doing these streams in the morning like this. It's really weird. We've been streaming so much in the afternoon. It does work better for me personally because, you know, not knowing how the workday is going to go, you know, it just depends on if I'm tired or not, and how tired I am in the morning is, you know, make the decision if I'm going to stream or not in the AM. But after work, it's like, oh boy, you know, after, especially if I worked an extra longer day, you know, 9 or 10 hour day, I'm like, I'm just too dang tired to stream. Too dang tired to stream. Again, these morning ones are more like, how early can I get myself up and motivated to actually want to stream? Because the thing is, when I stream in the afternoon, I feel like I'm more entertaining because I'm more alert, I'm more awake. Whereas in the morning, I kind of got to get myself going. You know, try to find a way to get myself to wake up and be ready to be on. The issue is sometimes YouTubers get paid to say good things about it. This is true. This is true. I've only accepted a handful of free products. A handful of free products. And I've only accepted the free products if there's no strings attached to it.
FENIX 1722 Heavy. Leave Gins heading 110. Expect radar vectors for ILS runway 28 left.
Leave Gwyn's heading 110. Expect
But I
radar
also,
vectors
I'd
for
rather
ILS
support
runway
the
28
developer
left. FedEx 1722 Heavy.
by buying a product. You know, that's kind of how I am.
1722 Heavy. Turn right. Heading 110.
I'd rather support the
Descend
developer
maintain
by buying the
3100.
product versus getting a free
Altimeter
product and talking about
3014.
it.
Vectors for the approach.
I feel like that's where, you know,
Turn right. Heading
things work a little bit
110.
better.
Descend maintain
110.
3100. Altimeter 3014. FedEx 1722.
It's going to maintain
Heavy.
3,100. Roger. RJ, welcome in. PMDG sales usually happen around their anniversary where you can save a whole $5. A whole $5. Welcome in, RJ. Miss the Apex has been going ham in NewSky. Where is my 737-9? Are you buying the 900? I'm not buying the 900. I want the update to come out. Yeah, but I'm not buying the 900. That's definitely not happening. I have no interest in the 900.
FedEx 1722 Heavy. Descend and maintain 3,200 feet.
I will consider
Descend
the
and maintain
700.
3,200 feet. FedEx
I will consider
1722 Heavy.
the 700 when that's ready to come out.
Heavy. Turn left. Heading 035. Descend maintain 3,000 feet.
All right, get some speed brakes to slow us on down here.
Turn left. Heading 035. Descend maintain
035.
3,000 feet. FedEx 1722 Heavy.
All right, that's a little better on the altitude. You're a little high there. Speed brakes are stowed. We'll arm them. I will, cause it's the best 737neo for me. Okay, I will skip the 700 this time. Yeah, I'll you know, like I said, I'll consider buying the 700 depending on the price tag. I flew only the 700 in 2020. That's the only plane I owned, so I flew that plane only. So for me, it's like, you know, not really all that necessary to own anything else. Oh yeah, the 800. I like the 800. The 800 is what I bought. Obviously, the only one that came out, but so far, that's the only one I didn't. Well, I couldn't say didn't own. That's the first one to come out. I bet you what? Okay, which one came out first in 2020? Did the 700 come out first in 2020? I'm going to arm the approach mode. Just let it.
FedEx 1722
there we go.
Heavy, 6 miles from Helen. Turn left, heading 300 and maintain 3000 until established. Cleared ILS runway 28 left.
I feel it's a business tactic. If the 700 was the first one to come out in 2020,
3000 until established.
that
Cleared
they
ILS runway 28 left.
made sure it
FedEx
wasn't the same one that came out this time
1722
around first. Personally, I can't wait for the iFly Max update. Oh yeah, me either. I can't wait for that as well. The Table Aviator says being new to being a YouTuber, that's my rule. Let's see, if you make me say good things, no thank you. I like that. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. If you had to choose between the 737-700 or the 800, which would you choose? I don't know. Now it's a big question mark, because in the past I would say the 700 because I actually love the 700, but now I'm very fond of the 800. Now I'm fond of the 800. I don't know. That's a tough one. Like, I would have raved all day and night about the 700, but now after flying the 800 for the last, whatever it's been, month or so. When did it come out? It came out December, right? So it's been like almost 2 months. I very much enjoy the 800 now. Alright, let's go and get flaps. Slow us on down here. King Bob says they want the 600. Ooh, interesting. RJ says go to 800. Manhattan says go to 800. RJ says, well, if you have the 700, it's going to be 30 bucks. Yeah, that's what I'm concerned about.
1722 Heavy, contact Pittsburgh Tower.
King Bob said my favorite FENIX is the 319. Oh yeah, I love the 319. That's definitely mine. The baby bus is my favorite plane.
FedEx 1722 Heavy. Have a good one.
The 700, King Bob says. Bought PAX X. They never updated it, but I guess sort of irrelevant because the MD-11 seems good state already. Yeah, I have PAX X as well. I haven't used it in... I jumped into it... when was that? Was that a year ago? Maybe less than a year ago. I did just a test flight with it. It works. It does this. You know, there's no bugs. It was good for the time, but now it's you know, with other career modes out there. There's even another career mode coming out that I saw this morning on Reddit. There's so many career modes. I'm gonna keep following iFly schedules for now. I think that has the most promise, in my opinion. It needs some love still, but the developer's very active, very fast at adding things, very open to ideas. I love that. You know, it's a career mode for the people, which all of them should be. But you know, he seems very genuine and open to just doing whatever he needs to do to make the product successful for everyone. That's always good in my book. Stabilizer motion. 7 nautical miles out. Glide slope should be captured in just a second. Runway's in sight. We got cleared to land. Oh, let me get... there we go. Webcam's on. Enjoy my checkered pajama pants. And flaps 35.
Approaching minimum.
Minimums.
Approaching minimum.
Minimums. Who thinks... Who thinks Boris needs to be the sound guy for every plane? Yeah, I agree. Boris needs to be a sound pack for everyone. Autopilot's off my aircraft. Do I get this?
1,000.
Yeah. I mean, there's spoilers around. 1,000. Winds are 2 knots, nothing terrible. A little high on the approach now. Let's bring that nose down.
Stabilizer motion.
Boy, I had a really good butter yesterday with this plane. Really good butter. Glide slope shows were high. Happy show we're right on. We look to be on. I'm just gonna maintain where we are. I'm not gonna really get too aggressive.
200. 200.
It's snowy all over the place here. Got a rainbow out there too. Oh, a little bit of a rainbow.
200.
Gonna be 50 over the piano keys.
100. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
Butter, forks. Butter. Well, it was 212, not as much butter as I thought it was gonna be. I thought it was gonna be more butter than that. That felt like it was 100. My reversers are inconsistent with this aircraft. Welcome to Pittsburgh. Get those flaps up. Spoilers disarmed.
Exit next available taxiway.
We'll get the taxi
Next
lights
available taxiway.
set, landing
FENIX
lights there.
1722 heavy.
Webcam turned off. A beautiful, beautiful flight into Pittsburgh. Time is it? Almost 9. So I have enough time to get another flight in for sure.
Ground
We'll get another flight in.
121.9er. FedEx 1722 heavy.
Should we do, what should we do for the second flight? Should we do the 777 or MD-11? I should probably check to see if there's any our planes taking off here. They normally take off 28 right, land 28 left. Let's get a poll going. MD or triple? Alright, polls up. Yeah, multiplayer's still off, Kubi. Sorry, with Beyondatc traffic and multiplayer, it's just too much. It's just too much going on. I'd have to disable one of them. I also increased my traffic up to 7 for ground traffic now, so it's probably going to be even worse. It's just too much. It starts to bog down my system. We'll get a group flight going at some point down the road again, though. We haven't done a group flight in a while. It's just so hard to try to get everyone together. So who's all watching, get the Super Bowl this weekend? Who's all watching the Super Bowl? I'm not big into football, so I won't watch the actual game. I haven't watched the commercials in forever, either. When I was younger, I used to watch the commercials. But I have not watched them in forever. Not even like going back on YouTube and checking them out, because that's what kind of, when I got out of watching the commercials live, I at least go on YouTube and check them out then, but I have not watched, I've not seen an actual Super Bowl commercial in forever. In forever, ever. I'm gonna park right over there. There's cargo there. I don't know where FedEx actually parks. I think they're parked back over here, but we'll cheat and go over here. Key says, guess I made my decision. I'll buy the MD-11 while I wait for the 700 upgrade. The CRJ and the 700 for short flights. I need a true 3-engine plane in my life. That's a great way to go with it. That's a great way to go with it, yeah. If this is your first tri-jet, this would be fantastic. Yeah, this would be fantastic. Yeah, I didn't. That's a great. I didn't think about that either. Your first tri-jet. It's the first good one to have, no doubt about it. Timing of the Super Bowl game doesn't make sense for me, so might watch the replay. Doesn't make sense for you? I just go for the parties. That's what Master Copy says. I haven't watched an actual NFL game forever. I guess if the Bears ever make it to the Super Bowl, which they probably won't, I'd watch that just because I'm, you know, Chicagoan. Okay, over here, GPU chocks all set to the top. External power is on. Down below here. I forgot to change. Oh, yeah, I did that, but never mind. Alright, let's check our scores right quick. Alright, look like the pole is the 777. Dominate that one. And we'll close out a new Beyondatc, sorry. And I think I'm at this. I don't know if I have enough time. I guess I do. Yeah, I guess I do have enough time for this next one. There we go. That was weird. Okay, so the next flight is Oklahoma City to Memphis. That's a longer flight. What's the flight time on that one? This one was, well, okay, by the time I just go through all this and try to figure it out, it's wasting more time. I have 2 hours to work with. 2 hours. That should be plenty of time to get it going. Okay, get 100% on that one. Landing rate was 192, so very, very good landing. And then with NewSky, let's close out of that one. And see what we got on NewSky. NewSky says there's 100. Another 10. Beautiful. Made Irishman $44,000. Landing rate was a 212. So very, very good flights. Both of them indeed. Indeed. Okay. Let me change the plane here. 777. Get SimBrief going. And let's go ahead and jump out of the cockpit. Alright, the GEs, and lock air time's an hour. Okay, that's fine. That'll work fine. Oklahoma City. Oh, that's not how you spell it. Jeez, that's still not how you spell it. Oklahoma City, there you go. Runway departure is 35 right. Right's gonna be over here. Cargo that's military cargo. Here's cargo. We'll park there. That should be good. Let's go on and jump on in. Climb up to flight level 350. And let's go ahead and book our flight with NewSky as well. Flight number is 1272 OKC. Going to Memphis. This is the flight I wanted to do the other day, but I should have done, I said, the other day. It's in the green, perfect. There's that beautiful plane. And what do I gotta do next? Beyondatc. All right, and then let's. Oh, what the hell? Why is it going down there? Okay, reset that guy. And Mobiflight, update it to the 777. Connect Beyondatc. Oops.
Beyondatc connected.
And that's good. All right, we're cooking. Cooking with gas. That's how you do it, folks. That's how you do it. Okay, so swing on over here. Let me get my tablet updated as well. Flight bag. All right, route's in there. External power is on. Batteries on. APU. Get all this jazz going. Get some lights going. That's all set. All right. That's firing on up. Then we'll swing on down here and wait for that to populate. I have a runway change. And a wind change. Let's go and get beyond ATC going. See there, 17 right and left. Yeah, we had a runway change. Okay, cool. FedEx 1272 Heavy ready for IFR clearance to Frederick W. Smith International. That's weird to say. But Steven says, I'll either be at work or have something to do since US is like 10 or 11 hours behind. Ah, okay. That makes sense. I understand now.
Funnel tree departure.
I understand now.
As filed. Maintain 5,000. Departure frequency 124.
P2, welcome on in. He says, I have a 777-300, tend not to fly it much. Needs big runways, not a fan of the fly-by-wire feel of the big old jets. Ah, interesting. Makes sense. Yeah, then you're really going to have a good time with the MD-11, because that's a totally different plane. It's a totally different plane. P2, hopefully your day is going great. Hopefully your week's been fantastic.
FedEx 1272 Heavy.
Position in it. Let's go ahead and grab our GPS.
FedEx 1272 Heavy.
Let's go to route, request our route, SimBrief, set, and select. 17 left for the runway change.
We'll contact ground 121.9 when ready for pushback or engine start. FedEx 1272
Manhattan with the P2 emotes. The disabled aviator says, I need an opinion. Would you watch a live stream? Hold on. Would you watch a live stream plane spot on Msfs? Would I? I don't think I would personally, but I can see people doing it. There are a couple of content creators that make videos of plane spotting, and I've seen some successful ones. But me personally, no. It's something I wouldn't be interested in, but I can definitely see it being, interesting to a lot of people. So I'd say do it. If you're interested in doing it, do it. Right? So you can climb up to 3.5, perfect. Yeah, so here's an example, RJ, or I think it was RJ, where it pulled in the information correctly. Alright, so let's go into Performance Tool, 17 left, import, 47 and 2, lap 5, CGs, and let's go ahead and get our V speeds in, clear all this jazz out. Departure is the funnel 3 via the Faro transition. Alright, that's all set. We'll bring this on over here so we have that. And then here, let's go to ground. Release. Release the Kraken. Altimeter is checked and set. Chocks. Doors. Arm them all. Back over here to left hand side. Set that there. Rogers ground. FedEx 1272 Heavy ready for pushback and engine start. Alright, ready for a pushback. 17 left is right down the road, which is a great runway change for us.
Heavy. Rogers ground. Pushback and engine start approved. Face north.
Face the north.
Pushback approved. Face north. FedEx 1272 Heavy.
This plane works just flawlessly with the pushback toolbar. Request a pushback. Pushback is commencing. To the top we go. Engine number 2 firing on up. Let's go on down here. We're doing a trim of 5. Oh wow, right on 5. That's interesting. Alright, that should work. And then let's go up here. That guy, and that's set. RTO for that. Normal. 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 Flaps. I think we're good, right? I think we're good. Mm-hmm. Yep. Yep, good. Alright, just waiting for the engines. Flight directors on. Oh, I forgot to do the clock. Almost had the clock police after me. Heard the click. Up here, start engine number 1. Fuel. And flaps. Let's see. Steven says, I haven't flown cargo flight yet. Hence considering getting a freighter, but not sure. Ooh. P2 says, maybe not. But I can see it being beneficial to some people still. Also, just saw you're turning on the beacon, but you don't do it right now, but right before the engine starts. I have a weird flow. I just do the flow that I'm comfortable with. Oh crap, you know what I forgot? Need some hydraulics. It's kind of important. And fuel. Kind of important. Alright, now we're cooking with gas. Literally. Jesus, folks. What kind of pilot is this? Yeah, my flows aren't great. Clearly. Clearly. Rogers ground, FedEx 1272 heavy, ready to go run. Sorry, ready to taxi to the active. Jesus. Taxi lights on. Let's get the cam on.
FedEx 1272 heavy, runway 17 left, taxi via November, Echo 1.
Let's see. Do you use GSX Pro? I don't anymore. I try it every so often, like I have Alzheimer's, but I haven't. I used it a few weeks back. I don't know. I don't use 90% of the features with GSX, so for me it's just a waste. Just a waste. Beacon on always after pushback clearance received, correct? Probably. I'm sure that's probably the correct way to do it. Yeah, because the beacon's supposed to tell the ground crew that the engines are alive. I think that's how it goes. But I don't do that. Clearly. Alright, so Echo 1 is up here. After takeoff here, I'm gonna go give the cat some snacks, because she's looking for snacks. There's no snow here in... Is all the snow... We need J-Russ here. Now, Anybuilds is... Anybuilds makes this airport, right? I think Anybuilds makes this airport.
Have a good one.
Also, it's really nice to have nice, easy steering in this plane compared to the MD-11. Rogers Tower, FedEx 1272 heavy, ready to go, runway 17 left. That's something you gotta get used to as well, is the steering in the MD-11. It's very different. Heading 090.
Fly heading 090, runway 17 left, cleared for takeoff.
CPG says, hey Lex, can I be a mod? Oh wait. Oh, they got new mod badges? I think there's new mod badges. I just noticed them. They're like shields, blue shields. Alright. And let's go ahead and bring up the throttle. And toga. Let's go flying. It's flying time. What if I did that every time I take off? It's flying time. Watch the viewer count just drop. Good runway change from Beyond ATC. Very, very good. Jesus. All over the place here. Rotate. Must be a heavy plane. Needed all the runway on this one. Positive rate.
FedEx 1272 heavy. Contact Oak City departure.
Flaps up one notch.
Contact Oak City departure. FedEx 1272 heavy, take care.
Alright, so we're going over to
Oak City departure. FedEx 1272 heavy,
090.
FedEx 1272 heavy, Oak City departure. Good morning. Radar contact. Cleared direct vowed. Resume the funnel tree.
Alright, we're direct avowed.
Climb and maintain 17,000.
Cleared direct vowed. Resume the funnel tree. Climb and maintain 17,000.
Alright, direct to vowed.
FedEx 1272 heavy.
And let's go LNAV. Good. Good, grand, beautiful. Very smooth departure. A little low on the departure, but smooth nevertheless. always a fun plane to hand fly. Tons of fun. What I miss in chat. As long as your clock is clocking. P2 at Flylex, there's no SOPs. Just flip everything on. Ain't that the truth? At least for me. If it doesn't turn on, something's broken with the plane. It's never a pilot error. That's pretty good. Let's see. Mod badges were they always there? Really? Were they always blue? Blind the ground crew, shoot them full of radar waves. Yeah, you know. Radiation is always a great thing to have. It gives you like a third eye. Doesn't everyone want a third eye? Alright, coming up on 6,000 feet. I have done that in the past. The beak, hold on. Which one? Is that the Turtlebeach or the Moza yoke? This is the Moza yoke, Stephen. This is the Moza yoke. The handy Moza. I don't know if I can ever go back to a non-force feedback yoke. I don't think I ever can. Once you go force feedback, you don't go back. I gotta find a better way to say that. That was awful. That was terrible. And now that I have the Moza, now that I have whatever's dialed in, something is dialed in really, really well in this setup now, because like the Moza software doesn't conflict anymore with Beyondatc. I don't know why. I have absolutely zero. I'm gonna work on a video if I have time after the stream today of my updated settings on my system, and maybe someone else can replicate it for me. But I don't know what's going on, but it's been pretty darn good. Pretty good. Alright, and APU's on, we gotta turn that off, jeez. And landing lights and taxi lights coming off. You can see the Moza yoke. You can't really tell. It's moving on its own, it's oscillating on its own, folks. We like a lot of oscillating here. Alright, webcam's off. Climbing on out. Let's bring out that view a little bit. Let's go and put in our arrival information while we have the opportunity and I don't forget. Arrival is 36 left. 36 left. That's what I had last night. The Hobbit, or Holbrook 4, the litter transition. That's a weird litter. Alright, looking good. Looking very good. Let's see. I would like to propose a career mode for military planes and one for helicopters, hopefully someday. Oh, that'd be interesting. I'm surprised no one's done that. I'm very surprised no one's done that. I suppose DCS is ideal for that, though, right? I don't use DCS. I don't know for sure. Okay, I'm going to step away for just a few moments, give the cat a snack. I'll be right back. Alright, 16,000 feet. ETA for arrival is in about an hour, so this will work out just fine.
Climb, maintain flight level 3.
I kind of changed my routine this morning.
1272 heavy.
Slight routine change, which is rare for me because I am a very big routine person. Very, very big. If I get out of my routine, it screws with me. What I did this morning was instead of taking a shower, sorry, instead of taking a shower right away in the AM, I'm going to take a shower an hour before I leave to work. I know. It's crazy. The crazy things we do. The crazy things in life we do.
ExeJet 431, contact forward center 124.875.
Center on 124.875, ExeJet 431.
Standard pressure. Now here's the question that should be asked. We're going to do a poll. Let's see. Hold on a second now. All right. This is going to be IRL. This isn't sim-based. This is IRL. The poll is up. What do you prefer IRL? The MD-11 or the freighter? Or freighter. Or the 777? I'd stir up the pot a little bit. It's flying time, I like. It's flying time, I like. If you say it all weird, if you say it all together, it sounds weird. It's flying time, I like. It's flying time, I like. Versus, it's flying time, I like. Random question. Is it normal for Discord to open automatically when starting a PC? If you have it enabled. If you have it enabled. There's a setting in there. Yep. I have it turned on. I didn't used to. I used to be an anti-Discord person. My wife used to get so mad at me because she'd be like, oh, you know, let's set, you know, talk it. Let's. When we used to play some games, well, when we do, we don't nowadays. We don't really. But when we first started dating, we play a couple games here and there. And she gets so mad because I would not. I hate Discord. Hated Discord. Not quite sure why I turned the page on it. You know what feature, but you know, so Discord used to be super heavy in resources. When it first released a version, it was super heavy, super heavy in resources. But it's substantially better now. It still it still uses resources, but I feel like it's much better now. Or my system's just gotten better where it doesn't affect things as much as it used to. Yeah, I have it turned on. And yeah, King Bob there says, I believe it's buried in the options. Yeah, it's in the options to disable it. It's under the Windows settings. The Windows settings. There'd be an option that says automatically start. I think it says start up with Windows or something around that. I like this. The L1011 the most, Keith. That's very interesting. That's a very interesting one. All right. We're 50-50 right now with the poll. Only 4 people. Come on, people. Let's vote up there at the top. Vote up there at the top. IRL preference, the MD-11 or the 777? I need to know the answers. The third eye would probably help me with my landings. Oh, that's good. Well, now with a third eye, so like spiders have like a whole bunch of eyes, right? Does it help them see? I assume it's, you know, there's no delay. It's not like a computer where there's a delay. Would a third eye help? I think a third eye would be really weird. Let's say you had a third eye. Let's say you had an eye, an extra. Let's say you had a third eye, yeah, in the middle. I don't think it's going to help humans much, right? But like a bird, it would help because birds' eyes are on the side. But if you had an eye in the middle, it would help probably, right? Because now a bird will turn its head. Right? A bird will turn its head to kind of see better, right? It's interesting to think about. But for a human, it wouldn't make any sense. A human, though, if he had an extra 2 eyes on the side, like, maybe near our ears, we would get the full image. That'd be interesting.
Blue
I see. I rage uninstalled Discord. I'm going to revisit y'all. Ooh, nice. Thomas is coming back into Discord. Steven says, 2 eyes is already so much work. I see enough. Third would just make it crazy. Let's see. How would my glasses look? It's gonna be weird. Cameron, welcome in. It's gonna be weird. I like that. I like the deep thinking. 6 votes in. We're still tied. 50-50. Ooh. Now we're getting interesting, folks. Now we're getting very interesting. Alright, getting close to top of climb at 350. We're expecting runway 36 left for the arrival. I think I landed 36 center yesterday, last night when I came into Memphis. I don't remember where I departed from. It's a shorter flight. I think it was Indianapolis. I think that's what it was, Indianapolis. This would be number 9, if I'm correct, with APL for the week. So I just gotta get one more. So the question is, do I do one more tonight after work? Commit my number 10 flights for the week with APL. Which means the rest of the week I can focus just on iFly schedules. I don't know. Kind of up in the air what I want to do. The next flight I have for iFly is Minneapolis to Des Moines, which I think would be a really fun flight. Because I've done O'Hare to Des Moines, I think, a couple different times. I don't think I've ever done Minneapolis to Des Moines. We finally got a tie break. 57% out of 7 votes, just over half. Or the 777 freighter people. Nice. Key says, fun fact. Horses have 2 focal points. They can look down and forward at the same... Really? Down and forward at the same time. Interesting. 2 focal points. That'd be crazy. That would really screw with me. Man, that'd be really crazy. Steven says, how much does iFly cost? Is it similar to APL? It's $4 a month, or it's $40 a year, whichever you decide. I would say if you're gonna get it, I would do a month, the $4. Is it similar to APL? It has some similarities, but it also is very early. So the only thing it tracks currently, in terms of, well, the only things it tracks currently that I'm aware of, is landing rate and G's, along with your vertical speed. So, like, if you're too aggressive on a descent, or too aggressive on your takeoff, it's gonna dock you points on that stuff, right? But that's really all it tracks. It doesn't track the beacon lights, or landing lights, or taxi lights, overspeed, and doesn't track any of that stuff yet. I don't think. Maybe not the well, it might do overspeed. I don't remember. Can't remember if I saw that in the guide. But it's very basic when it tracks in terms of failure stuff. So if you want something loose and loosey-goosey, I think it's a good way to go. But it definitely. I feel it's going to be a really good career mode if the people are there to continue to support it. And his Discord's very open to all kinds of suggestions all the time. So, it's early now. It could be beneficial down the road. But it needs to have the early adapters like myself to, to support it. I've wasted $4 on a lot worse. I don't think I've wasted my $4 at this point. I don't. I've had fun with it. I've had my fun, and that's all that matters. It's one of the things, am I willing to continuously commit a $4 to it? As of right now, I'll give it $4 again next month. No doubt about it. I'll give $4 again next month, right? Long term, though, is going to be the question mark. Long term will be the question mark. But I'm having fun with it. I want to see what honestly right now it's like I want to know what other airline I'm going to be jumping over to. What other opportunities. I got a while to go before I can get there. But I'm very interested to see that.
Blue Street 5638. Contact 4-horse center 124.875.
Center on 124.875, blue streak 5638.
If you had to choose between APL or iFly to get first, oh, that's a no-brainer. That's APL. That's a no-brainer. No-brainer. APL for sure. Or at least believe it when hold on. Or at least believe it when the last horse told me. Oh, Jesus. Camera says the 777 is leading as well, 60-40 now. Okay, okay. You got some 777 lovers here? Well, the 777 is a very modern plane compared to the MD-11. So from that standpoint, it does make sense. It does make sense that people would be more interested in the 777. It's a fun plane. It's a very fun plane.
Air Shuttle 6365. Contact 4-horse center 128.1.
Alright, flight level 350. All's looking stable. This plane will automatically set the ILS for the arrival, which is cool. Now we just got to put in the minimums, which are 521. 521. I feel this plane does the barrel in terms of turning a knob. This plane does the best with the barrel. Well, the PMGs, I should say. The MD-11s are a little weird sometimes. The EJET's a little weird sometimes too. I prefer typing it in like an Airbus, but if I had to use a knob to turn it, this plane does a really good job at it. Alright, minimums are in. Let's go on down here, and we're going to do 30 at 146 for the landing speed. Okay, we're good. Top of descent is going to be in the next about 18 minutes or so. Steven says, well, say was sad when ups. Hold on. Oh, was sad. Will was sad when. Was you were sad when UPS stopped the MD-11s. I think it was ups. Oh, yeah. So UPS said they're going to. They're not reintroducing the MD-11s. They're getting out of the market. FedEx. Have they officially said they're doing the MD-11s? I've heard reports of them sticking with the MD-11s and redoing it in May. I don't know if it's official though. Has FedEx officially said it? I gotta look it up. FedEx MD-11. Have they officially stated it? Have we got official word? Oh yeah, FedEx said on Wednesday. So this is back okay, let's bring it up on the screen here. Official news report. Officially, FedEx says, we continue to work with Boeing and the FAA to address any required inspections and maintenance that may be needed to return the MD-11 to safety. Oh, well, that doesn't say that they're going to be. It just says that they are working with the FAA. The article says FedEx plans the MD-11 cargo return by May. This says this, to return it. Where the hell did May come from? Okay. It seems to be missing some information. You can find another article. Let's see. As a result, FedEx has decided to return the MD in May. See, a lot of people are saying it. I just need to see something officially from FedEx. I suppose you can look on FedEx's own website. The newsroom. Let's do that. Let's look on that. Let's go to English. And let's go... Where's the news thingy? It's down here at the bottom somewhere, right? Yeah, newsroom. No box, no label returns and AI adoptions. Not what we're looking for. FedEx announces filing of Form 10 registrations. Spin-off of FedEx Freight. Don't see anything about the MD-11 anywhere on here. Can we type in an MD-11 up here? Oh, not 2. 11. Search. Money back guarantee. Alright, nothing on the official website I can find. At least easily. I don't know if there's anything of... I don't know. Be interesting to know. Let's see, what am I missing? 2018, welcome in. My dad was a captain on both the MD and the 777. Said the MD was way ahead of the time, and you could tell was designed by pilots. Ooh. He preferred the 777 due to its comfort and ease to fly. Interesting. There we go. We got it secondhand from a real-world captain on both the MD and the 777. Fantastic information. Welcome in, 2018 champ. Maybe it's just me, not me not likey. Which one? The 777? Me not likey, the brown, tan, beige of the 777. I gotcha. I see what you say, Keith. Steven says, gotta go, guys. Thanks for the stream, Lex. See you guys on Discord and NewSky. Thanks for coming in, Steven. Have a great rest of your evening. And Keith says, take care, bud. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Looks like the 777 is 62 to 38. The 777 is dominating in the polls currently. 13 people dominating. Oh, speaking of polls, I want to do a new poll on the channel too. So I did a poll here on the stream before for the Inibuilds DFW. Are you going to buy it or not? And on the website as well. So in the stream and on the website, no dominated dominated the poll. Because as of right now, it's 56% to 44%. 56 are saying no, they are not buying the MD-11. Without 81 votes. We're going to do another poll on the channel, though, so feel free to go over to the channel. And we're going to do a text-based poll. And this is going to be, will you be purchasing the Orbex? Atlanta. Alright, so yes, no. Polls up. Alright, so if you're interested, the poll's up on the channel. I can't show you here. Yeah, I can. I'll post a link. There's the link for the poll if you want to go take that quiz, that poll. If you're buying the Atlanta from Orbex, yes or no? Yes or no? I likely will. Orbex has really good performance. I hope we stick with runway 36 left. Because then it's just an exit on the right, and then you come on in taxi. Be a nice, easy arrival. Top of the descent's coming on up. We're gonna do 4,000 feet. Got that programmed. Keith says Concorde is my absolute favorite aircraft, but probably won't be picking it up for for flight sim. Maybe Lex can try. So I do have the Concorde for 2020. I don't know if it works in 2024, but I won it in a giveaway a couple of years ago, and I should have gone with my better instinct I should have gone with my better instinct and told the streamer to give it away to someone else. Or I should have just done a stream myself and gave it away again. But either way, I should not have activated it myself, because I activated it, I downloaded it, and never touched it. And I do regret. That's one of the big things I do regret, is activating that product, because you know, there are definitely a lot of people that have interest in that plane, more so than I do, a lot more than I do. So it's unfortunate. Very, very unfortunate. I think the Concorde's a very cool plane. A very, very cool plane, but I think it's a challenging plane to fly. Like, learn.
FedEx 1272 Heavy. Contact Memphis Center 128.475.
Center on 128.475. FedEx 1272 Heavy. Memphis Center, FedEx 1272 Heavy. Good morning. Flight level 350.
FedEx 1272 Heavy. Memphis Center. Copy.
Alright, what are we looking at here? Looking good. Looking good. Where are we flying over right now? Where do we even start from? Oklahoma. Oklahoma, we're on Memphis Center. We'll be with Memphis Center until we go over to Memphis Approach. Are we in Tennessee yet? We might be in Tennessee. No, isn't Memphis like right on the verge of Tennessee? Alright, let's see. Everything else is looking good here. Nothing to really set up there. Descent, we don't got to worry about that just yet. Top of descent is... where's it? Say that again. I can get top of descent down here. Oh, well, I guess litter will be up there, so... At 45, it's 33 right now. So, yeah, about 12 minutes. We should be on approach. And then we'll get vectors to Mace for the arrival. It's a nice plane. I like it. You know, it's crazy though, because it's not a plane I had any interest in. Well, okay, I had a minor interest into it, but nothing like crazy. Because it wasn't until the Boris sound pack came out that I really got interested in this plane. And that just shows you how big a sound pack, can make, you know, can make or break a plane. Like, the sounds for the default 777 aren't awful, but the Boris sound pack does something incredible with this plane. Once that came out, like, this became a go-to plane in my hangar. Before that, I bought it, and I rarely ever flew it. Rarely ever flew it. And now I have so many hours. Like, it'd be interesting to know, I look at the date that the Boris sound pack came out and see the amount of flights I'd done with the 777 prior to and then after. Because it would be substantially higher after. Crazy higher, actually, now that I think about it. Let's see. Okay, so just a heads up for the rest of the week here. We're tail end of the week. Highly unlikely a stream tomorrow. No stream on Saturday, and you know, I'll do my best to try to do one Sunday morning. I'll do my best to try to do one Sunday morning, and then next week we'll end up doing streams in the mornings. You know, if I can get myself to do them, be a couple times. Nothing on Tuesday for sure. I have a doctor's appointment Tuesday, but I'll try to get one on Monday. Maybe Monday. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Next week will be interesting because I can't do one on Tuesday or Thursday. So we'll kind of have to play everything by ear. Keith says, yeah, been sitting on my MasterCard gift card with 120 left on it. So MD-11 or the EJET and Beyondatc or a 500C chopper. Cheese Life's tough questions. Wait, Keith, you don't have Beyondatc yet? I thought you had Beyondatc, Keith. Interesting. I just assume most people on this channel have Beyondatc. Mr. Gaming, welcome in. I just assume, yeah, assume most people on this channel have Beyondatc. Because, you know, once I switched over, it's crazy. Once I switched over to doing content with Beyondatc. Oh, you use PTAT. Okay, I gotcha. The channel like blew up. It's wild to think. Let me look at the numbers real quick, but it's crazy. All right, let me look at the numbers here. This is wild. All right, when do I need to start? I need to start custom. Let's see. So let's go. November, so 11/1/2022 to now. Fly. Alright, now let me think about how this all played out. Yeah. That's crazy. Okay.
FedEx 1272 Heavy, Memphis Center.
There's just a massive spike.
Runway 18 right.
Damn it, they changed runway. We'll expect Holbrook 4, runway 18 right, FedEx 1272 Heavy. I was hoping for them not to do that. Hey, now I said it. We'll expect Holbrook 4, runway 18 right, FedEx 1272 Heavy. Okay, I'm gonna show you. I gotta hide some of this stuff so that make sure you're not seeing anything you're not supposed to. So, all right, that one and this one. Okay, that should work. And then this is wild to look at this. Okay. Okay, so what you're seeing here, this is which one is this one? This is watch time. Okay, this is watch time for the channel. So I got into streaming around this time here. So you saw there's that jump up there when I first got into content creating, right? This first little jump here. Then this was all when I was doing, say, intentions. And then here is where it kind of jumped up. Right, I switched over to Beyondatc. Oh, that's not right. Yeah, switch over to Beyondatc. Right around this time here. So you can see that jump right up there, right? And it's been steady ever since. This one is subscribers. This one is subscribers. So again, you can see right around here is when I switched over to Beyondatc. Right in this little area here. And you see the jump, instantly jump, right? The difference is substantial. That's crazy.
Memphis Center, FedEx 1272 Heavy, out of flight level 318 for flight level.
All right, we got to put a new
350.
arrival in. 18 right. Son of a biscuit.
FedEx 1272 Heavy, Memphis Center, roger.
All right, 18 right. And that's a bad runway change, I think. From beyond ETC. Well, it's not a terrible one. It's a tailwind of 1 knot, but I think they're using the other runway still in real life. 109.9 for the ILS, that's good. And then the landing minimums are 495, so a slight change with that.
FedEx 1874 Heavy, contact Memphis Center 135.3. Take care.
Contact Memphis, Center 135.3 FedEx, 1874 Heavy.
All right, it's in the box. Memphis Center, FedEx 1272 Heavy, ready for descent.
FedEx 1272 Heavy, descent via Holbrook for arrival. Memphis landing runway 18 right, altimeter 3031.
All right, so we should be good here. Oh, jeez, calm down.
Descend via Holbrook for arrival. Memphis landing runway 18 right.
Bevy.
Altimeter 3031.
We just passed litter.
FedEx 1272
Bevy. All right, that's good. That's all set. Altitude, we're a little lower than we're supposed to be at this point, right? No, Bevy, want to be at 16. Right here. All right, we're making our descent. All right, all looking good. All's looking good. Okay, let's see what we got. Old but still sort of works similar to Beyond ATC. Okay, see, tough questions. You fly any of the choppers in Sim? No, I haven't. Keith, nope. Well, I've tried a couple. I'm not good at choppers, though. I think chopper group flight would be fun. I'm so terrible at choppers.
Have a good one.
Just awful at them.
Memphis Center, FedEx 1272
I tried because when the community donated money for the Jurassic World DLC from Orbex,
FedEx 1272 Heavy.
I was gonna do some chopper flying with that, but I couldn't get my brain wrapped around how to fly a chopper properly. I just couldn't get my head wrapped around it, so I end up not using a chopper. I need to jump back into that because they did add sounds and stuff like that, so I want to see if it's any better. Maybe it's better now. Maybe Orbex has listened to the community and made some changes with it. I don't think I have it installed anymore, though. I would have to reinstall it, which isn't the end of the world. This is the Mississippi, right? I think this is the Mississippi here. All right, we've been flying for we've been flying for 40 minutes. We've been pushed back for 43 minutes. It was such a short taxi. So we got the good departure runway, but we got a bad arrival runway in terms of the distance to travel, you know, taxi to the gates. But I guess 18 right.
2991, contact Memphis Center 118.625.
18 right wouldn't be terrible. They have some cargo at the end of the runway. I'm just gonna park there instead of going all the way down to FedEx land. I'll just park at the little backup cargo hub, I guess. I just don't feel like taxiing all the way through Memphis. He says, yeah, maybe you need new rudder pedals for the choppers. Oh, maybe. That could, yeah, I suppose that could make sense. Mr. Gaming says, I'm very confused because I am an Airbus guy. Yeah, there's a few Airbus people in here. J. Russ for sure, and P2, Irishman. Very big Airbus people. It's funny that they watch the stream. Like they support, which is fantastic. But, you know, so I guess I used to do a lot of Airbus stuff when I first started on the channel, so I guess that makes sense. I don't do as much Airbus now. I know you need new pedals and PAP 3. Oh, Jesus. Don't tease me at the PAP 3. I want the PAP 3 as well. Yoke would be an issue with the choppers too. Yeah, that's true. Well, I do have the WinWing still. I still have the WinWing Ursa Minor. I still have that. joystick or side stick. I still have that, so I could easily do it with that if I need to. Don't have it, you know, plugged in or anything, but I can certainly use that. I do figure that if I, you know, I'd have to go up front with the money, but if I were to purchase a new rudder pedals, I could probably sell the Turtlebeach and the Alpha combined for the price of the rudder pedals. I just don't know if I want to. I don't know if I should keep the Alpha for a backup in case something happens to the Moza. Because there's really nothing wrong with the Alpha. Cap 3 is fantastic. Yeah, see, I want it so bad. I want it so bad, but there's a few things. One is it's much longer than the FCU. Or sorry, FS. What is it? FCU. FSU. What is it? Is it FSU? What's the Airbus one? Confusing my names here. FSU, right? No, FCU. FCU? Light Control Unit? Yeah, right? That's right. FCU. FCU, yeah. Jesus. That one's, you know, nice, compact, tiny, fits in a perfect little spot. The PAP 3 is much, much longer, so I'd have to figure out another way to mount it, you know, where to place it. And I don't know where I would make that work. And I'm happy with the one I have. I'm very happy with it. It's just it'd be really cool to have because I fly a lot of Boeing stuff, so it'd be really cool to have that. It's not a necessity though. Neither is the rudder pedals. They're not a necessity either. Like new ones, I should say. They're it's a necessity for my sim setup, but not the end of the world to buy new ones. I've had these Turtlebeach now. We looked it up on stream a while back ago, but I've had these now for almost 2 years. It's almost 3 years. When the hell did I buy them? It was 23, right? I bought them. I got them off of Best Buy, I think. Turtlebeach. Oh hell, I've had them longer than that. I did a video, I guess, back in November of 2022. Jesus, so 3.5 years. Okay, wow. It doesn't seem like I've had them that long, but I guess I have. You have a 34-inch ultra-wide. Yes, I do. Yes, I think we have the same monitors. I wish WinWing would make a heavy Boeing MCP, not just the PAP 3. Oh, for like the 777? PAP 3 fits nicely under it. I use Velcro straps out of the mini cockpit stuff. Ooh, under it. That wouldn't be bad. I think that could maybe work. The issue is the yoke. The issue would be the yoke. But I see, yeah, you could just, yeah, I can definitely tell. And it works fine for the 777. Yeah, I never thought about that, putting it in front. The issue would be the yoke itself. The yoke is very deep, so the screen's farther away from me. It's the same distance where I had with the Alpha, whatnot, but I also like that I don't have to really move much with the FCU on the side. It's nice and compact, so it's like all at my fingertips. Versus if I get the PAP 3, it's all up in there. You know, I gotta move my back. Irishman, welcome in. Happy Thursday for you, to you, Irishman. King Web says, "All right, your yoke gets in the way." Irishman says, "Sorry, I was finishing up scheduled flights in Warsaw." Ooh. Seems once you have the Moza yoke, other peripherals come more meh. Well, I don't know about that. The yoke is impressive. I'm super happy with the yoke. I am also super satisfied with the MTQ. I made my minor complaint with it a while back ago where I was hearing a squealing kind of sound coming out of the right axis, but I think something was just inside there. There's some debris that got shook loose, and it's all good now. I haven't heard it for a few weeks now. It's a freaking great little unit. I love it. I love that it's super compact. I do need to try the tip that, I can't remember what it was. Someone gave me the tip of trying to put some like metal foil for the D-dents. That might help where it doesn't dig into the plastic. It's something I want to experiment at some point. But that's when I get back into FENIX. Whenever I get back into flying the Airbuses, that's when I'll mess with that. Because I'll put the Airbus handles on there so I have the D-dents. But as of right now, I love the Boeing handles, and they're fine. I love the MTQ. It's one of the best purchases I've made, man. One of the best purchases. Highly recommend it. The Bravo is incredible too, but the Bravo is a big, hefty unit. But it's super customizable. I say once you have the MB9, then yokes become obsolete. Oh, Jesus. Jay Russ is right. Jay Russ was right from the very beginning. I don't think I could ever be a side stick guy. I don't think I ever could be a side stick guy. I'm just become a yoke guy. I've tried a couple different times. I bought the WinWing side stick, just so that I could, have a higher quality side stick versus the Thrustmaster one I had. And I was like, I'll try it. So I tried it for like a week, and none of my landings were awful. Centerline was awful. Landing rate were awful. I wasn't having fun flying. At the end of the day, it matters how you have fun. I have fun with my yoke. I have so much fun with the yoke. But if I was more of an Airbus person, then I probably would have ended up just sticking with the side stick, because it makes sense in that aspect. Like, people say it's weird flying a Boeing with the side stick, but I think it's worse flying. It feels worse flying a yoke with the Airbus. King God says, I'm odd. Side stick, but not a big bus fan. Yeah, see, that's really weird. Disable Aviator says, I'm thinking about the MTQ. It's pretty good. I like it. Tell me you're not yoking. Sorry, had to. Oh, Jesus. Luke, schedule. I don't have an exclamation point schedule because it's so random. But if you put exclamation point Discord, I do post it typically an hour, but today was like, I don't know, half hour before, not even 15 minutes before. But I'll put the event in Discord, so you can get the Discord notification, and then also in Discord you get the live stream notification in there as well. So exclamation point Discord, you can join our Discord, and that will tell you when I'll be streaming. Yeah, but my schedule is so inconsistent. I don't have every Monday or Tuesday or nothing like that. It's just kind of however the week goes.
Another subscriber.
And thanks for the subscription. Welcome in. I'm very pleased with my WinWing pedals, price, quality, but I came from old plastic. Oh yeah, Synaptics. Yeah, with the broken right toe brakes. There's that. I'm really torn. There's the Charlie, there's the WinWing, and there's the Moza. I think I'm off the Moza for the rudders. I think I'm off for that. Champ, thanks for the subscription. I think yeah. Curious why your landings would be worse with a side stick as opposed to a yoke. I don't know. I was trying to figure it out myself. Boeing with a side stick, horrible. I was trying to figure it out myself. Because, okay, so I think it's because, I think it's the placement. I think it's the, let me get the webcam up real quick. I think it's the placement. So here's the yoke, the left hand of the yoke right here, left side of the yoke. I hold that right here, which is right above my left leg. Okay, so left hand, left leg, that's where I hold it. When I had the side stick, it was off camera over here. It's off on the side. And my thought was I wanted to try to move a side stick to around the same point where I hold the yoke, and to see if that would help me. Because I don't fly two-handed. I never fly two-handed. I always fly one-handed. So if I put the side stick in the same spot as a yoke, I think it's the movement that would help. That's what I'm thinking. At least that's my guess. Keith says, good one, Iris. Spilt my coffee. And there's our Fly Lex information. Come join our virtual airlines with NewSky. Visit Sky. Jeez, this whole promo thing just went to hell. Let's try again. One more time. Come join our virtual airline with NewSky. Visit newsky.app to download the free career mode and join our airline Fly Lex. Join the Discord for additional conversations with amazing Irish man.
Have a good one.
Disabled Aviator says, I had a comment where they asked, why are you using the stick in a Boeing? I'm like, the stick is the only thing I have. Yeah. Again, you use what you feel is best. You use what you feel is best for your setup, right? And if you have more fun with the stick, that's fine. If you have more fun with the yoke, that's fine. It all comes down to your preference. You're the one flying.
Contact Memphis approach. FedEx
It's your setup. Like, you fly with whatever you like. Use recommendations from people from the best
FedEx 1272 heavy.
The best products out there in the category you're interested in. But at the end of the day, you have to make the decision what kind of pilot you are. And then of course, space and room and all that, matters huge. Like I had for a while there, I had the flight sim yoke, which is a big dude, big old guy. That really didn't work for the setup. And I also feel another thing is I've really gotten big into, even more so into flight simming over the past year than I was when I had the flight sim. Because, I take off the yoke, just like I did with the honeycomb, take it off the desk, and I, play games. But I have not removed the Moza from my desk. I have not removed the Moza from my desk since I got it. If you can believe that, because when did I buy that? We looked at it a while back ago. Let me see. Thanks for recent purchase. Is it saying my date that I purchased it? No. It was like the 17th or something. It was like the middle of December. So we're almost on next weekend will pretty much be 2 months. If I can make it another week and not pull the yoke off my desk, which is likely going to happen, it would be 2 full months of not moving the Moza yoke. And a year and a half ago, probably 2 years ago, this never would have happened. I took off the Alpha like pretty much every single day. I went and, played games. But I don't know. I'm gotten so much more into flight simming. That's all I really do now. I get off work, I do flight sim. Or work, do flight sim. I was liking the idea of a side stick though, because then it would free up the desk and I would never have to move, the item off the desk. But it doesn't matter now. And the games I do play now, like, I mostly can just use a controller with. There's a few, like, first-person shooters, such as Borderlands 4, when my friend and I get back into playing that and finishing that up, where I want to use the keyboard and mouse. Or Ready or Not, stuff like that. But a lot of the games I play are controller, which is just fine. Irishman says, love how all the planes are now scattered on the scheduled flights. Oh, yeah, I saw that Misty Apex was talking about that. He says, sticks for choppers and fighter jets. Yokes been my favorite sim upgrade. Beyond my PAP 3. Nudge, nudge. Jesus, bad influence here. Disabled Aviator says, I learned something cool from the Airbus pilot. You bump the side stick to fly the Airbus. He explained it like you are trimming it, not flying it. You bump it. Wait, bump it, wait. Yeah. Less is more is huge with the Airbus. J. Russ and Irishman say that all the time in terms of add-ons within the sim. Less is more. And that's the truth when it comes to Airbuses for sure. The less input you give it, the best way to go. If you continue overcorrecting things, you get into these tight situations. Remember when the 350 first came out? That plane was super sensitive. super sensitive with its movements. It's better now, but apparently it was like that. It's supposed to be like that in real life. That's crazy. But with the Boeing, like more is less. You want to keep giving the Boeing all kinds of input. Less issues, more fun. Yeah. And that's kind of one of the things why I'm not even. Why I shouldn't say why I'm not even, but why I'm not as interested in getting trying the FS Realistic Plus. Because I don't need it. I really don't need it. You know, like Chase Plane does everything I want it to do for my sim. Key says more is more, MD-11 style.
Descend and maintain 3,000 feet. Altimeter 3029er FedEx 1400 heavy.
I don't know if I think I'll have just enough time, because we should be on the ground here within the next 15 minutes. So I should have enough time to work on a video after the stream here. I gotta work on a video. I want to work on a video, but then I need to take a shower. I also need to eat before work. So let's see if I can get it done. I won't be able to edit it probably. Well, I guess I might be able to edit it still. We'll see. I want to get that video done so I can get it out either tonight or tomorrow.
Leave skis heading 130. Expect radar vectors for visual approach runway 18 right. FedEx 1874 heavy.
Beautiful Memphis out there in the distance. I didn't know there was much water around Memphis until I started flying here so often. Look at that water, it's crazy. Like it's overflowing.
Turn right, heading 09er 5, descend and maintain 4,000 feet. Altimeter 3029er.
Alright, I have a set at 4,000 feet. We'll get a vector over to the right momentarily. Would you say the MD-11 is more or more? The MD-11 is a mixture of the 306 and the 777. That's where I think the MD-11 is. It's kind of it's in between those two planes. It's there's something really fun about flying that plane. The 777 is a fun plane as well, but if I had to only pick one to fly, it's probably ended up being the MD-11. It's just a fun plane to fly.
FedEx 1272 heavy. Leave skis heading 130.
130.
Vectors for visual approach runway 18 right.
Roger that. How's our poll sitting? We got 17 votes in, 71%. Wow. 71% going with the 777. That's their real life preference. That's surprising.
FedEx 1272 heavy. Turn right. Heading 100. Vectors for the approach.
100. Let's make the turn.
Turn right, heading 100. FedEx 1272.
All right, hold on to your butts, folks.
FedEx 1400 heavy. Airport is at your 10 o'clock 11 miles.
The disabled aviator sent me something.
We have the field, FedEx 1400 heavy.
FedEx
Let's see.
1400 heavy. Cleared visual approach runway 18 right.
Cleared visual approach 18 right. FedEx 1400 heavy.
FedEx 1400
Is it cool if I post, let's see, if I post my Discord in yours to let people know? Yeah, sure, of course.
Contact Tower 128.425, FedEx 1400 heavy, take care.
Of course, yeah. Go ahead and place it in, go ahead and put it in Discord. Or put your Discord in Discord.
Heading 180, intercept the 18 right localizer.
Turn right, heading 180, intercept the 18 right localizer. FedEx 1874 heavy.
Man, it's been a very active trade season right now for the Chicago Bulls. They completely gutted like the entire team. Vooch is gone, Kobe White's gone, Dalen Terry just got traded. Jesus. It's gonna be a different team. I'm glad I didn't buy I'm glad I didn't buy tickets to go see him this year. I'd have been pissed if they traded everyone and I had a game in February.
FedEx 1874 heavy. Contact Memphis Tower 128.425.
Alright, I'm gonna go and turn on approach. Let the localizer connect here.
130, intercept the 18 right localizer.
I'm down there, chase plane. They gotta get that fixed. Hopefully
Turn
that,
right,
well,
heading 130.
I guess it's not gonna be, I don't know who's gonna fix that, chase plane or
FedEx
PMDG.
1272 heavy.
Alright, we are, let's see, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Gonna be 9, about 13 nautical miles out. We have the field in sight, FedEx 1272 Heavy. There's our runway right there. He says, you said everything I was hoping you'd say about the MD-11. So, yep, 0 balance on the gift card later today, I think. Well, hopefully you don't regret it.
18 right. FedEx 1272
I know
heavy.
P2 bought it a while back ago. I don't think he's tried it yet. So I'm curious for him to try it and hear more about it. But, you know, J. Russ and Miss Apex, myself, there's a few others in our Discord that love the MD-11. Alright, glide slope's been captured. Let's go ahead and get our webcam on. You can see the yoke's very active. That's not me. My hands are here.
Contact Tower 128.425. FedEx 1272 Heavy.
Alright, let's go and get our first notch of flaps out.
Memphis Tower. FedEx 1272
So you can
Heavy.
use the flap lever on the
Runway
MTQ. I
18
don't
right.
with the bow wings. Because you gotta dial in the sensitivity like perfect. It's too much work for me. To me, the
Roger,
just
FedEx
fun to fly
1272
factor
heavy.
is so important. Yeah, for sure. It has to be fun to fly. I concur.
2500.
2500. Let's go flaps 2 or 5, I guess it'd be right. Boeing being Boeing. We're just continuing, not cleared to land yet. Let's go ahead and get gear down. Get our speed back.
Runway 18 right, clear to land. FedEx 1874 Heavy.
FedEx 1400 Heavy, go around. Fly runway.
That's not us. Someone else is going around.
4,400.
Going round. Fly runway heading. Maintain 4,400. FedEx 1400 Heavy.
Alright, speed's looking good.
1400 Heavy. Contact Memphis approach 119.1. Speak soon.
I see a plane on the runway still.
Contact Memphis approach 119.1. FedEx 14.
Trying to slow us on down. And I lost that plane. Lost visibility on that plane.
FedEx 1874 Heavy. Exit next available taxiway.
Oh, I see it now. Alright, it's off the runway.
Exit next available taxiway. FedEx 1874 Heavy.
Alright, speed brakes are armed.
1000.
1000 call. Autopilot's off my aircraft.
Memphis Tower. FedEx 657
Up.
Heavy. Visual runway 18 right. FedEx 1272 Heavy. Wind calm. Runway 18 right. Cleared to land.
Got a couple planes here in FedEx land.
Runway 18 right cleared to land. FedEx 1272 Heavy.
500.
Let's reduce that speed a little bit.
57 Heavy. Memphis Tower. Continue. Poco FedEx
400.
57 Heavy.
Alright, slightly off the center line. Making slight adjustments.
300.
I always hate coming in on this runway because I'm either too low or too high. I don't know why. Something about this long grass strip that just messes with my head. There's also no freaking pappies to look at.
Minimums.
So I'm just going off a glide slope, which lies to me sometimes too.
$50. 30. 20.
Alright, settle down, come on. Oh, we're floating this one. Touchdown. Alright, that was a float. 203. Alright, might be a long landing. Reverser. We'll exit over here to the left. Laps coming up.
FedEx 1272 Heavy. Exit next available taxiway.
And we're just going to park right over here. We're just going to park there. Landing lights are off.
Available
Spoilers.
taxiway.
Or sorry, speed brakes are
1272
disarmed.
Heavy.
Welcome to Memphis. That's a good flight.
657 heavy.
Hour and 6-minute flight time, which is actually right on par what it said. There's that other FedEx over there. Actually, you know what? We'll just follow that FedEx.
57 heavy.
The hell with it. We'll follow it.
FedEx 1272 heavy. Contact
I'm curious where it's going to go now.
1.65.
I'm not going way the other side. Like,
Ground
I'm not going way over here. I'll go forward up there.
1272 heavy.
Let's see, I'm thinking about the force feedback yoke, but I figured out the rudder because I can't use pedals. Oh, yeah, that could be a problem. If you can't use pedals, force feedback would really be tough. A yoke without, you know... I suppose if you really want to, you can use the triggers. There's triggers underneath it. You could probably use those for rudders. Be kind of weird, though. I think you could do it. You could probably do it. He says, my only regretted purchase, the BAE 146. I just don't jive with it. Yeah, I get that. Maybe I would have liked the RJ more, but not did not take the gamble on the upgrade. Yeah, people rave about it being a really good, really good regional airline or aircraft, but I also don't seem to have a lot of interest in it as well. I don't seem to have as much interested in that plane as well. Oh, lost my frame gen. Bring it back. Alright, back in business. Is it FedEx landing with no gear? There's the gear. Oh, there. FedEx is all coming in here now. It's a nice landing. Good job, good job. The 727 is awesome too, yeah. I thought about getting, or I have the 727. I thought about getting the Super, but I just don't know if I'll fly it enough to justify the you know, $30 or $25 or whatever it is. If I, you know, it's one of the things, if I get bored of the planes I have, then I'll consider the Super again. But as of right now, I'm very content. Like I was saying earlier when the stream started, very content. 777, MD-11, 737 NGs, the iFly Max, the CRJ, the EJET, the 306, and the FENIX. All of these planes are my go-to planes. Recently, the 777, the EJET, and the MD-11, along with the NG, have been the planes I've been flying. There'll be a time where I'm you know, back interested in the Max. Probably when the update comes out. Honestly, probably when the update comes out. Because that's a fun freaking plane. I haven't flown it for a little bit. I'll check on APL to see when the last time I flew the Max. Now I'm curious. Because I've been with FedEx now again with APL for a while. Boy, it's definitely been a while since I've been in the Max, I think. The NGs came out in December. I don't know if I've flown the... I want to say I've flown the Max since the NGs, at one time at least. It's definitely been, I would say, at least a month since I've flown the NGs. If I had to guess, at least a month. But I fly so often. I fly so much that I don't know. Time flies. Get it? I'm curious. I'll check. Are they stopping for this runway? Yeah, they are. We're not. Oh, I guess we should. There's an MD-11 coming in. How cool is that? This is interesting. They're landing 1-8 and landing runway 9. Runway 9 and runway 1-8 right. That's interesting for sure. Alright, you can cross now. 777. Holding up the traffic here.
FedEx 1874 Heavy. Cross runway 9er at November. Continue taxi via November.
There's a lot of 777s over here, it looks like.
Cross runway 9er.
I saw there was a
1874 Heavy.
306 that lost the nose gear in the front like collapsed. That's crazy. And then there was a Amazon air that landed hard and cracked his tail. What the hell is going on? Real world. All right, where are they going? Oh, they're going straight. Wow. I thought they were going to go to the right. I'm following them. I'm following them. Don't be taking that spot. I want this first spot here now. Don't be taking that one now. Go down to all the way to the end. FedEx. Keep on moving. Alright. Thank you. I wonder where they're going. I'm taking this spot here. They're just going all the way around? They might be going all the way around. Yeah, they're turning around there. Okay. Alright, taxi lights are off. That's a lot of FedEx planes here. That's cool. Very cool. Alright, I think 7 is like the perfect amount of traffic to have with Beyondatc now, if your system can handle it, at least. Alright, chocks, ground power, up at the top. Turn those guys on. Go down here. Cut off fuel. Close up Beyondatc. We'll check our scores and we'll call it a day. So let's see what we have here. NewSky. We have a 10. I'll take it with a, was it 212 or something like that for landing? 203 for the landing rate. $33,000. Did pretty good today for Irishman, making some good money. And this is the flight I'll do tonight after work. But our score is what we're looking for. And another 10, or another 100. 2 good flights. And 269 on the landing. Very, very nice. And that's number 9, I think, for APL for the week. Number 9, yep. 9 flights. Cool. Well, this is time to say goodbye, folks. Thanks for coming on in. Thanks for spending your Thursday evening or Thursday morning with me here on stream. A lot of fun. Got 2 hours and 41 minutes worth of streaming, so very good. 2 good flights, the MD-11 and the 777 with APL. And we'll try to get back on a stream on Sunday morning. So if I don't see you in Discord, we'll see you on Sunday. Thanks again for coming on in. Keith says the MD-11 just had that stabilizer motion that no other plane add-on has, and 3 engines. I think I'm convinced myself. I think it's going to be a great plane for you, Keith. You seem to be excited about it. Hopefully you enjoy it if you do buy it. Let us know in Discord how you like it. Let us know in Discord for sure. Again, thanks y'all for coming on in. Appreciate it. Thanks for spending your time with spending the last almost 3 hours with me. Have a great rest of your week, and we'll see you on Sunday. Take care, everyone.